Body crazy, curvy waist, bit, this little wet, body crazy, curvy waist, bit, this little wet, body yada 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 yada.
Body crazy, curvy, wavy, big titties, little waist. Body crazy, curvy, wavy, big titties, little waist. Body yada 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 yada.
What up, guys? It's your boy Chris, aka Money Mitch, back with another episode of the Money Mitch Show. Did you miss me? Because I miss you. It is Monday, which means what? Military Mondays, Military Mondays. What is up, guys? I really miss you. I've been very busy with work and homework and making this website happen that I have neglected the video to. But I'm back, you know, focused, better than ever. And I'm coming back to you guys with another Military Monday video. But before I get started, make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, repost this, show your mama, daddy, uncle, cousin, whoever. Make sure they like, subscribe, and help me reach my goal of 200 subscribers. Alright, so let's jump right into today's video. As you can tell by the title, I'm going to be giving y'all some little tips on how to report to your new command, whether this is your first command or you're just transferring to a new command. I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that. Alright, let's jump right into this. Boom. Number one, your uniform. Show up to your new command looking spiffy as fuck, you feel me? Don't come up looking like no dusty little sailor. Make sure your uniform is nice, clean, you know, you shine your boots. And if you gotta, you know, show up in your dress uniform, make sure you take it to the dry cleaners. Even if you gotta show up in these, take these to the dry cleaner. Make sure you got a nice fresh undershirt, your boots are shined and polished, because that's gonna be your first impression at your new command. If you show up looking like a bag of ass, they're gonna think you're a bag of ass person, which you may not be. But if your uniform says that, I don't know what to tell you. It will look like a bag of ass, talk like a bag of ass. Guess what? It's probably a bag of ass. So make sure you take pride in your uniform. Like when you show up there, they should be like, damn, who was that new check-in with the fresh uniform on? It should never be like, yo, you seen a check-in with the dirty ass uniform on? It should never be that. So make sure you take pride in your uniform and get your uniform clean, dry clean, whatever. Shine your boots, get your hair cut. Just make sure you look nice and spiffy for your first day at your new command. Alright, so second thing, which is something that I feel like a lot of people lack in the military, especially like younger, junior enlisted people, have military bearing. You should not be going up to them talking about what up 81 or what up Jones. Like, no, it is good afternoon 81, good afternoon Petty Officer Jones, wherever the case may be, or good afternoon sir, good afternoon Lieutenant Commander Hopper, like whatever their name is, make sure you address them by their rank and then their name. If that much. If anything, just call them AM1, 81, or LS1, or sir, ma'am. Make sure you are very polite, respectful. You speak clear and coherently so that way they can understand you. And just make sure that you have great military bearing. Don't go up to some first class, even if you know them outside of work, because that is your first day at your command. And if they see you go dap up someone that's your buddy that may be higher ranking than you, then like, well, damn, he or she ain't got a military bearing. So make sure when you go in there, you will maintain a complete good posture, and you know, you smile and you greet them accordingly. Good afternoon 81, good afternoon Petty Officer, good afternoon sir, good afternoon ma'am, wherever the case may be. Good afternoon Master Chief, good afternoon CMC, whoever you're speaking to, make sure you greet them. Well, since it's COVID, you can give handshakes, but give them a nice little fist bump, you know, some little dap or something, and then, you know, just smile and bow, nod your head basically, because don't nobody ever want to see you with no crappy military bearing, because military bearing is, believe it or not, it's one of the most important things you can have when it comes to being in the military, because not everyone has it. So if you possess it and you use it wisely every day, people are going to be very shocked, because like, I feel like military bearing is starting to become more and more relaxed. So make sure you keep your military bearing at all time when you first check into your new command. Alright, so the next thing would be basically jump in there head first and get involved. Find some extra, like basically collateral duties you can do. Whether it's like be a program petty officer, whether it's like tools, or like even be a divisional career counselor. That's a good one. Or for like aviation side, or even like anywhere. Do you be a training petty officer, tool PO? Like just find where there's gaps in and try to fill those gaps. Because one, it's good on your eval, and everybody wants to get eval. Don't nobody want to be no MP or P sailor. Everyone wants that EP. So if you check into your first command and you immediately start getting involved, whether it's like volunteering or Junior Sailor Association or CSAD or whatever the association is that you can get involved with, make sure you get involved with that. Get involved with NWR. That is great great for like E4 and below, because that helps them get in a position or a group where they can understand how things work at the command. And make sure, like I said, collateral duties. Like there's always people who are transferring or no longer want their collateral duties. So you make sure you go in there and snatch them up real quick, you know, because collateral duties are hard to come by, especially when you're a junior person. So if you find one that is willing to give you, make sure you snatch that up, because that is an opportunity that not everyone gets. And so you make sure you take full advantage of every opportunity. Don't overexert yourself, but make sure you go in there and you find ways to involve yourself and integrate yourself with the shop, so you know you can mesh very well with your shop, because no one wants that person who's just not focused or doesn't want to help out, doesn't want to do anything extra, because it just was like, well, my paycheck's not going to reflect it. It may not now, but when you get that eval and you make rank off of that eval, then your paycheck will reflect it. So make sure you find a way to get involved in your new command, because look, everybody needs a little extra help sometimes, so make sure you find a way to get involved. Okay, so the next thing is, when you get there, you finally get checked in, figure out what qualifications you need to get. So whether you're on a boat and you get like a PQS paper copy, or you're aviation side, you go into ASM, you need to figure out what qualifications you need to get, so that way you can get them in a timely manner. Find out what qualifications you need to get and the timeline, and try to excel on that timeline. Try to get it sooner than later. Like, I think when I first checked to my first command, I think we had 6 months to get our plane captain, and I got mine in 4. I think we had like 2 years to get our wings, and I got mine in 1 year. So always try to meet deadlines for qualifications. That way it helps you stand out, because not everyone's gonna do that. Some people are gonna be like, well, it said I got 2 years, I'm gonna wait to 1 year 11 months before I get my qualification. This is like, no, why do that? If you can get it early, get it early. If you can set yourself up for when you get to your next pay grade, set that up. Because like, for example, for aviation side, you can't get your CDI, which is collateral duty inspector, until your E4. So if you're E3, if you get all your journeyman and apprenticeships and all your SC, which is support equipment, and your wings and everything else, and your plane captain, you can go ahead and work on your CDI PQS. And then that way, whenever you get put on rank, you literally just go take the test and do everything else is necessary for you to get that qual. So it's like you put on rank 1 month, and then the next month you get your qualification. So find a way to make yourself stand out, and the easiest way for that to happen is to get your qualifications early, if not on time. If you can't make it early, make sure you at least meet your deadline. So get your qualifications, because no one at the end of the day wants to be that shitbag in the corner, and everyone needs to be a team player, because there's no Iron Navy and there's no we either, but look, you can't do it by yourself. So the more you help out around your shop and your command, basically, the easier life is going to be, because there's only one person that's qualified to do that one job. That one person is going to be overworked doing that one job. So yeah, make sure you guys get your qualifications on time. Find a way to sit down, learn what you need to get, the timelines you need to get them, and execute that plan accordingly. Oh, another thing that you should definitely do when checking into your new command, or to your first command basically, because if after your first command you should already have this, but it's called a I Love Me binder. It is a binder where you keep all your important Navy documents, so like your evals, your certificates for anything you complete, any paperwork you get in Navy, you put it in your I Love Me binder. That's basically what the name says. It's like, I love me, so I'm gonna secure these documents, because let's be very honest, not everything that you do in the Navy, yes, it gets recorded down on some type of paper, whatever, but sometimes stuff get lost. Like this anywhere in the world, sometimes paperwork can get lost. So make sure that you secure that from happening by making sure you have your own separate paperwork and a I Love Me binder, because that is literally life-saving. And also it helps you whenever you have to write your own eval, because you can see kind of what you did, which kind of brings me to like a running brag sheet. As soon as you check into your new command, make sure you start that running brag sheet, which basically, a brag sheet is basically a way for you to talk yourself up, for those who don't know. So a brag sheet is you talking yourself up, saying, I did this on this day, this on that day. Now I'm not saying like write down each and every single thing you do every day for your evals, but I'm saying like the major things you do, like maybe you completed an online college course and then boom, maybe you completed a community service volunteering event. Boom, make sure you log that down and you keep track of all the papers. You get that in your I Love Me binder, but make sure you also log it on your running brag sheet. That's gonna really help you when it's come time to write your eval. So my last tip for you guys is to, when you check into your new command, or you transfer to a new command, go in with an open mind and a clear heart, because unless you're from boot camp, then you kind of just don't have a choice, because that's just, you don't know what to expect. But if you're transferring from another command, you just kind of like, you already feel like you know the BS is that you're about to go through. You already know how they about to be, da 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 da. You just kind of get like semi like demotivated or whatever. But honestly, not every command is the same. Each command is different. So your first command may have been shitty. We can put it plain and simple. It may have been one of the worst commands you've ever been at. You probably will ever be at your naval career. But this next command may be one of the best ones. But if you go into it with a bad mindset and a closed heart, like you're gonna mess it up for yourself. So make sure you always go in with a open mind and a clear heart, and just really give that place that you're going to a fair chance. Just give it a fair chance, and then make your personal evaluation after that. But until then, just go in with an open mind, clear heart, and just be like, you know what, we got this. This is gonna be a good command. We're gonna do great things. Gonna be fucking phenomenal. I did not mean to cuss. I'm sorry. But yeah, just make sure you have that in heart. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Those are my little tips, little tidbits, bits to help you guys as you transfer into your new command, whether it be your first command or your second or third or fourth or fifth, whatever the case may be. That's just what I think will help you transition into your new commands a lot better. As always, I'm your boy Chris, aka Money Mitch, back with another episode of Money Mitch Show. I appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe as always, share, comment, repost these videos always. It is currently March 16th, which means I have 10 days until the launch of the Money Mitch merch. For all my money gang out there, y'all gonna get some new merch coming March 26th. I'm so excited. And yeah, thank you guys for all your love and support, and that is all. Bye bye.